everybody, here's Krystian from the Teamwork Cast.
And the last time I checked, my name was Putty, and I am also in the Teamwork Cast.
Indeed, and this is CCG Archeology. Finally, Nick, we're gonna get we're actually showing gameplay.
This is kind of amazing. Oh, man, we're not showing good shuffling, though. What the heck?
Well, these are very large decks. We are playing usually Netrunner, and these are usually 40-card decks, but then suddenly we have to deal with 60-card decks.
You guys got to play Game of Thrones.
So on the left, it's me, on the right, it's Jaro, and we have decided, this is from some time ago, I had to I took some my sweet time to get this done, but we actually decided to play Young Jedi. So we took two starters, the Tatooine one and the Coruscant one, and we mushed them together, and so this is going to be like a starter versus starter kind of game.
Amazing.
Amazing indeed.
And so, if I remember right, the starters were actually pretty small, or were the starters 60 cards?
The starters were, the starters included two decks.
Yeah, so it was 30 and 30?
Yeah, it's 30-30, and so you can just mush two decks together and you get like a legal 60-card deck.
Fantastic.
So I will be playing this game, I will be playing the light side, and Jaro, as always, because he's kind of a dark side kind of guy, he plays the dark side.
Look at all these bracelets. Of course, if he's got that many bracelets on.
Yeah.
He's an evil man.
Yeah, that's Kylo Ren had these as well. So the 60 in the corners, this means how many cards are in our deck, because the game is over when one of the players runs out of cards in his deck. These are, I have to warn you guys, these are like approximations, because sometimes, there's some kind of like miscounting going on and stuff like that, so it might be one or two cards off.
Does he have sleeves?
Yes, we're using both sleeves for this.
No, I mean on his shirt.
Oh, I think we're both having t-shirts on. All right, so here we decided on who begins by uncovering cards and showing the dice number. There's like a dice on each card, and whoever gets the highest number, that guy gets to decide which planet we're starting on, Nick.
So this game works a lot like the Decipher game, right?
It's very simplified. It has some game design features of the Decipher game.
Okay.
But it is actually also the Decipher game, I think. It's from Decipher as well.
Yeah. It's meant for younger audiences.
Yeah, but it's simplified, and we're having quite a lot of fun with that. So as you can see, we start each with 6 cards on our hand. We're starting on Tatooine, on this weird landing site kind of location. And the locations are kind of like giving certain characters like a combat boost.
So if there's a bright center to the galaxy or on the planet it's farthest from?
Yes, but we're also on the spot where Darth Maul landed on Tatooine.
That was the most exciting part in those 3 movies, I will tell you that.
I have no comments. So in the first rounds, so each of us can deploy people, and Jaro deployed 3 people. In the first rounds, you always deploy them face down, and you cannot attack when there are face down cards on an opponent's side. And at the end of each round, you draw back up to 6. And so here's Jaro having a battle droid and 2 blaster rifles.
Man, that droid's ripped.
Roger. And I have a Royal Guard and a Republic Captain. So I have more characters, but Jaro has better weapons.
All you have to do is take out that one character, and there are 2 weapons gone.
Well, the problem is that I don't have any weapons, so it will be very difficult to take out this character. This character is armed. I put in a pilot in the fray, and we started the battle, so I have 3 characters. And also now we're adding like special cards, like surprise cards. I'm adding 2, and Jaro is adding 3. But it doesn't really make sense, because he can only use 1. He only has 1 character, so it just adds 1. So now we're kind of like arranging our battle deck, and we're going to uncover the cards at the same time, and those cards will battle with each other. So we don't know in which direction things are happening. He only has 1 character, so I kind of predict what he can do, and I'm still going to make mistakes about this. So I'm going to get a booster for security volunteers that gives me like 2 additional attack points, and a Royal Guard brings me up to 4 strength.
Gosh!
And Jaro gets like a booster, he gets the weapon, so he draws a card, and that card boosts his character even more, so he gets up to 7 strength in total, so he wins this duel.
This is like the Rambo droid. He's got on the bandana.
Yeah, and he's like in complete control. They do the thing that when after they landed, and of course here's me doing stupid stuff. I boost my characters even though because there's still 2 characters left on my side, and those characters make him discard things.
You Roger, I Roger.
Yeah,
Roger.
So this is a bit weird. Like the strength of the characters that break through that don't have any opponent characters actually doesn't matter.
That's
weird.
weird.
I boosted the characters, but it actually didn't make any difference. You always lose 1 card if there is an unopposed character on the opponent's side.
Huh.
All right, so it's his turn now, and he only has 1 character, but he still decides to attack because this robot has like all the weapons in the world.
Yeah.
And
you just need to find that robot's captain, call him in because he's taking out all the sheriffs.
There's captains, but I don't think it works this way. All right, so I boost my character strength to up to 4. This is great. And he's like, we're discussing kind of like what he does because he has like 2 weapons. So the idea is like you keep revealing cards until you reveal like a correct sequence of cards. So because now he had like 2 weapons, but you cannot actually use 2 weapons with 1 character.
Oh, that's too bad.
So yeah, he gets up to 8 points this time around. I am at 4, so I lose another character.
Man, this droid is dynamite.
This droid is crazy. You will see him doing some good stuff here. So maybe to explain how the weapon works. So when you draw the weapon, then you uncover the top card from your deck, and that card has like a little dice up in the corner, and you add the result of the dice to the strength of your character.
I see.
And so you can get up to 6 additional strength from this. So this is like a blaster is very, very powerful. A very powerful thing. So I'm getting out Obi-Wan Kenobi and a blaster.
Oh man, things could actually move for the light side here.
Maybe, but Obi-Wan Kenobi is like a very expensive character. If that character dies, I have to discard 6 cards, which is going to be horrible. So here's Obi-Wan Kenobi with a thing. Get up to 6. Oh my God! This robot killed Obi-Wan Kenobi. No. He gets up to 7. So the problem is the droid he actually doesn't get boosted. Yeah, he got like additional card in here that boosts his strength by 2, then a blaster, so he got up to 7, and Obi-Wan Kenobi wasn't that strong.
This is devastating.
Yep, very, very devastating indeed. So I made a mistake because I also deployed the Obi-Wan Kenobi that is actually not boosted by the locations on Tatooine. That is the one that is boosted by locations on Coruscant.
It's not looking good for the light side here.
It's not looking good indeed. He gets out there. What's wrong with your face, guy?
Trade Federation, not racist at all.
These guys, best characters in the world. So I have only 1 character, so I don't really have to decide which order to put things on.
Oh my God!
And here he is with a savage beating.
Oh my God!
A 9 point. This robot is like just destroying everything.
Good. All I can hear is this robot trying to reenact scenes from Rambo.
Yeah. Here's a kind of like rule thing we weren't really sure because he equipped a character that broke through, that wasn't opposed, with a weapon. So it wasn't really sure if he actually has to draw a card from the top of his deck then. So I gave up the planet now. I decided I'm going to give up. And so we're moving on. Now I can decide where we go and fight next. I decided to go for the Coruscant in the Jedi Chamber. And so basically the game begins from scratch now.
You know, it's interesting how much this game sort of works like a very easy to understand Warhammer 40k Conquest.
It is a little bit like this, yeah.
I mean, you're not fighting over multiple planets and you don't have Warlord and things like that, but yeah.
All right, so I have a Jawa, I have a Royal Guard, and a Republic pilot here. The only character actually boosted by this location is the Republic pilot.
And so they're color-coded by the planet that they belong to, right?
Yeah, they have also like very bad little tiny icons that indicate, which location boosts their strength. They're like
Holy
in the corner,
cow! Wow!
Okay, so Jaro gets out there. And there's even. Oh, savage beating by Jaro here. 2 weapons, 2 Nemodians, and Darth Maul. This is not good.
Oh my God!
Jaro singing the Imperial tune.
Yeah.
It's not looking good. All right, so I get like 2 weapons and another Jawa in here.
That Jawa's dynamite.
Guys, Darth Maul, but you can do it. You can do it, Darth Maul.
Utini. What? The manliest Jawa ever.
Utini. One of them is actually the Vin Diesel of Jawas.
Utini zone.
Utini, we're family. All right, so this is going to be a huge fight. So let's see how this plays out. Now the question is for me. I kind of have to guess where his Darth Maul is coming up, and then maybe like get my best character against him.
I like the construction of this battle deck. It's kind of fascinating to me.
Yeah, it's kind of nice because there is like a bluffing element to it now, because now it's like we have to figure out where the other is. By the way, the characters that back on Tatooine, they are still on Tatooine, and if we had ships, we could rescue them characters from the other planet.
But there's no ships in the starters, right?
There's no ship in the starters, so it's basically all the characters disappear. Oh man! So I equipped the Jawa with the blaster, and I actually drew another copy of Obi-Wan Kenobi, which doesn't get too much. It doesn't get too much.
Whoa!
Boost. All right, so this captain gets like up to 10 strength, so defeats the Nemodian here.
This captain is amazing.
Yeah, he's really great because he's boosted by the chamber. He gets 2 additional attack points in this specific chamber on this specific planet.
That's amazing.
It's good. And then I guess now comes the Darth Maul part. Ooh, another captain against Darth Maul. Oh man, but I'm boosted by 2 strength. Oh, so close! So close!
I like this counting, just hoping that maybe you've miscounted.
Yeah, there's lots of things that can boost the strength, so I'm like, nope. But if you defeat a character, you also have to discard the weapon that the character was using.
Oh my god. So this is very snowball type game, Snowball Down the Mountain.
Yeah, so that's what I heard about from people. I actually met some people who were playing this game back in the days. And they were telling, like, first of all, there was just basically like just a few decks that everybody played, like the dominant decks, and no good reasons to play anything else. And also that it was kind of like a very snowbally.
Donut Taganes?
Yes, that's what I meant. So getting up to additional robots, more Nemodians, blaster rifles. He has quite some characters here. The dark side, and he's still boosting those guys with his booster cards there.
I like that this game seems like it's in a landslide, but you're still pretty close.
I mean, the worst thing that happens is that I discard cards.
Yeah.
So you don't know that you're losing until you down to like just a handful of cards, but then suddenly it becomes like very very difficult to deal with this. So for example, there's like some weird things going on. For example, when you use a weapon, you draw a card, right? So you actually lose a card from your deck. So it's kind of like you're hurting yourself there a little bit.
Yeah.
You can also decide to discard cards from your hand if they're like location cards, but that means also you lose cards from your deck, right?
So, yeah. I mean, most games have the whole decked option, but you don't see a lot of games at current that use the deck as, like, your hit points.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if maybe is it a bad mechanic? I don't think it's too bad. Oh, you beat that.
Look at this Jawa. Look at this Jawa.
This Jawa is incredible.
This is the Vin Diesel of Jawas.
I had a broken leg and I played video games for like 3 months. I'm real good with guns.
So this is the pilot here. This is my hero character.
Oh,
so
tied.
they both they tied, and so that usually means both characters stay alive.
Oh, nice. They're just pinned down. Ooh,
Here's Darth Maul against the Jawa. At least I'm not boosting the Jawa's strength. I'm just sacrificing him to Darth Maul. And then one Nemodian breaks through, making me discard 1 additional card.
Oh, man. Now things are looking a little...
Yeah, but it's not that big. It's just 5 cards difference. Roughly 5 cards difference between us.
Yeah.
So I think like assassinating high-value characters is much more effective than actually attacking and breaking through with characters, because each character that breaks through just makes you discard one single card. That's not a lot.
Yeah.
But if I get kill his Darth Maul character, he has to discard 6 cards.
So did Young Jedi make it all the way through all 3 prequels?
No, I think just the first movie.
Ah, okay.
I'm not sure. We're gonna see that in further unboxings, Nick.
Oh.
All right, so I get another captain out, and then I also get out another weapon.
Ooh.
So I just noticed that he only has 3 characters, and I have actually more characters than he has now. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to break through again. Maybe that's kind of, I don't know how you feel, but sometimes it's like, you have like these notions from other games, like from Magic,
Yeah.
where you go like, yeah, I'm gonna attack, and one of the characters is gonna get through, and just 20 health points, and so each health point is like a big deal. But in this game, again, it's like 60 cards, like breaking through with one character is just one card. It's just nothing.
Yeah.
So
Game of Thrones works a lot like this because you have 3 challenges every challenge phase.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, well, maybe if I'm playing this agenda, which gives me a bonus to my 3rd attack, I'll have 2 failed attacks so I can win this one big.
Yeah. Uncomfortable pause.
And time passes.
Well, we're trying to find out again. I'm trying to snipe his Darth Maul because that's the only thing that will bring me probably back into the game. One reason why we're actually not using the card deck as life points basically is not a good idea. Is that you don't really see how much health it has.
That's true. Although, I mean, how many cards you have left in your deck? The dark side player thought they had a power of 6 in this battle. What happened there?
Yeah, well, he thought he won, but he didn't. We both had 5, so this was
Oh.
so we had the same strength, but he thought he miscounted, so he thought that it was 6. So I lost even more points now. Not that I'm not losing anyway, but.
But I mean, so like with this game, you could have started with 2 10-sided dice. You could keep track of it.
You could.
Way.
I don't know if they maybe did this. Oh, look at this. Oh, this captain resists against Darth Maul.
Man, that captain's got some
Panache.
Padmes. Yeah.
Very close. Very close.
You almost got him. That would have evened the game up quite a bit.
Yep.
So if I remember right, the little number in the text box at the bottom of the card, that's how many cards you have to discard if that guy dies?
Exactly.
Okay.
So most of the guys that we have here are 1 or 2. So if they die, you discard 1 card or 2 cards.
But you have your big ballers, right?
Yeah, in the starters, there's always this one big guy, which is Obi-Wan Kenobi or Darth Maul. And if they die, you lose 6. And I lost Obi-Wan Kenobi early in the game. So that was kind of like a big deal for me.
Hey, think about this. What if Darth Maul was played by The Rock?
I choose belief that under this mask there was something amazing going on. So he gets out a second Darth Maul, and that's actually kind of interesting because some characters stack.
Yeah.
Which means you can use, even though they're the same characters, if you have different versions of the same character, you can use both versions.
Oh, that's interesting.
And so he used the Tatooine and Coruscant version at the same time now.
Huh.
Yeah, it's basically like as if you have 2 Darth Mauls now.
That's fun. I'm still stuck on Game of Thrones because there's multiple versions of all the Starks now because the Starks went to King's Landing.
And look at this captain here.
Oh, he beat one of them!
Actually
Oh my
beats
god!
Darth Maul. Because again, this is the Darth Maul that is boosted by Tatooine,
Yeah.
and we're not on Tatooine, bro. So evening up a little bit, but I'm still like 3 cards behind.
Yeah. Ooh, are you gonna bring it back?
And there's another Darth Maul still out there, and here he is, and killing my captain, my royal guard.
My captain, no. Oh, Jawa.
So now things get interesting. Down to 7 cards now. Yeah.
So basically, if you can destroy his Darth Maul, you will be winning.
Yes, but I only have 1 character and one weapon. So now we come to a weird situation where if I deploy characters, I have to draw up to 6 at the end of my turn. So I will lose even more health.
Oh, yes.
See? And so I deployed a bunch of characters, and I kind of have to attack now, because at the end of my turn I will draw back to 6 and probably lose the game. Or be close to losing the game.
But, I mean, he will be able to, if you can get that Darth Maul out of his hand and maybe another character.
Yeah.
So I'm sensing that this is the last battle of the game.
It's very close now. It's very close indeed.
Man, I want to know how this game's going to end. I can't tell. I just don't know.
It's very close, yeah. The funny thing is, again, because we haven't been paying attention to how many cards are in the deck, so we're like, we'll just play until we run out of cards. And suddenly, quite often you go like, I'm draw up to 6. Oh, I actually don't have enough cards to draw up to 6. Oops, I'm dead. All right, so this is going to be... Oh, man, Darth Maul. Oh, again, Darth Maul with your close wins.
Jaro.
Royal Guard was so close on to defeat Darth Maul, but sadly he had to lose.
Whiskey in the Jaro.
Whiskey in the Jaro, indeed. Right, and then... So as you can see, I am down to 4 cards, and I have to draw another card every time I use one of the blasters.
I guess that the big problem is that mathematically it is impossible for you to actually defeat Darth Maul, because you can't get above 8.
I can, if I have the right character, if I draw 6 from a weapon or something.
Yeah, that's true.
It's possible, but I have to have a lot of luck. By the way, I think I adjusted the numbers here because I thought I was at 4, but actually I actually recounted on video the cards down to 4 now. All right, so you get 3 robots, and I think this is going to be the coup de grace. Roger. There's not much that I can do here, I think.
No
if he has more characters, that this will be very difficult for me to survive.
Jesus. You poor light side player.
But look, he's also down to 6 cards. This will be very close.
So, at tournaments for this game, do you know if people had to bring a light and dark side deck?
I don't know, actually.
That's a question.
We should ask somebody who's been playing this. So if you have been playing this game when it was being played competitively, first of all, let us know if we made any mistakes, but also let us know how people played this game.
Usually people are okay with letting us know what mistakes we've made.
Yeah, be gentle with us. I mean, this is basically like, the 5th time we played this game. We have no idea, no context.
And I swear to God, if I see the word cringe...
Then I will cringe.
I will cringe.
9, 11.
Oh!
6!
Oh, God.
A 4 would have been enough to survive this, but nope. And oh man, that was exactly the right number at the right time, because he would have lost the game if I managed to kill him, because he was at 6 cards. That was the game-deciding draw there.
So it definitely was a snowball-type game, but it seemed as though if he made a mistake, you could have capitalized on it quite easily.
Yeah, but I think we both made mistakes. For example, the first early game, I boosted a character that broke through, that I knew would break through.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of things that you kind of have to get into a different mindset. What I say, like kind of unlearn Magic the Gathering and all the other things.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. So we're gonna move on, and we're gonna look at one additional game. So you have a variation going on. We're gonna switch sides. So I will be playing the dark side, and Jaro will be playing the light side.
Jaro, I love you.
Let's go to the museum.
The world is in a museum.